So I have a kick, a snare, and a hi-hat. I'm going to copy the kick to another pad. I'm going to copy the snare, and I'm going to copy the hi-hat. So 2 kicks, 2 snares, and 2 hi-hats. I'm going to record kick 1 on track 1. I'm going to go to track 2 and record the snare. Track 3, hi-hat. And now I'm going to record a second version of each sound. Okay. So version 2 of the hi-hat, and as you can see, they're in separate pads. Okay. I'm going to record a second version of the snare. So the same sound, but on 2 different pads. Okay. I'm going to go to track 1 and record a second version of the kicks. And you'll understand in a minute why I'm doing this. And you can obviously create your own rhythms. It doesn't need to be a rhythm like this, obviously. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to record, I'm going to the sampler, and I'm going to record a sound, an empty sound, a sound that has absolutely nothing. What we need, it's just a file that we can use. We just need a file that we can use. So it doesn't need to be a big file. The smaller the file, the better, okay? So I'm going to name it empty. You saw me record the sound, and I'm naming it empty, not putting it into any program. I'm just going to use it within the sample page and the layers. I'm going to drop down on the second layer an empty pad, the empty sound. On the hi-hats and the snare, I'm going to do the same. Now, the layers, they act as a probability because we're going to be using the random feature within the modulation page. So the more layers you use, the less probability will be for the first sound to be triggered. And if you're only using 2 layers, 1 layer with a sound and another layer with an empty sound, it will be a higher probability of the sound being triggered. Okay, so I'm going back to the program, and I'm going to the modulation page, and I'm going to hit the snare, put it into random, hi-hat into random, and the kick into random. And it is, as you see, that's why we created 2 samples, because the first kick will always hit, and the second kick, it's the one that has random on. As you can see, it only hits sometimes. So now we've created a random variation of that track just by using that empty clip or that empty sound. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to actually change the probabilities of the kick. So I'm saying I don't want that layer to have the empty sound, and I'm taking away the empty sound on that layer again. So the probability of the kick being triggered is higher, as you can see, right? Okay, but I'm going back and setting it the way it was. It has a lower probability of triggering. And now we can go to the snares, track 2. So the layers are used as probabilities. Okay. So I think you've already understood what I'm doing here. And so with the random on, this will always be creating new variations of the beat. It's very good for live performances. And add some swing to it. This beat obviously has no swing on it. If you add some swing, it will just make the beat more interesting. And with the random on, we'll be creating all these variations. It's going to enrich your live performance. So I'm giving more probabilities of the snare being hit. Well, thanks for watching. Hope I've given you guys some more tools to work with and expand on your creativity. I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you.